Hey there all gamers, it is me, good old TG, and welcome back to my channel yet again. And today is my birthday, and how to celebrate? Just another speed paint video from last year. I figured I'd need like a new profile pic anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do in this video. But not only that, I'm gonna do something different. This time I'm going to do story times every birthday, or maybe every occasion or something? I don't know, but I'm gonna do story times. And what better story time to start than love stories? To get to know my love life. I mean, I don't know why you'd care. I mean, if you really care about that stuff, stick around. Now, if you're immersed into this, I suggest you stick around. I don't know why I said that twice. Now, without further ado, let's just get in this. Now, if you don't mind, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the speed paint. Okay, so growing up, my life was a bit complicated, to say the least. I mean, love was always like... I always yearned for it, but I never really understood what it was in the beginning. So we're gonna predate this all the way to elementary, more like it. Because meeting girls, it's kind of like a vulnerable state for me. And, like, I don't remember my first crush, but I've had many crushes over the years. And it's like I can't help it. It's like I feel more comfortable around women than I do men. And that's like, I mean, that's, well, normal for people to have a crush on many people, but to do it 5,000 times is kind of tiring, not gonna lie. Now this first girl, oh wait, never mind, I remember. So this first girl, I can't drop her real name, so we're just gonna call her Leslie and just move on. Now Leslie was in my like elementary school, and basically I had a thing for her, but she didn't have a thing for me because, well, yeah, kids are gonna kids, you know. So I don't know, it didn't really last long. I mean, it's like one-sided. I felt for her and she didn't feel for me, which, yeah, I mean, looking back, she wasn't even that pretty. And it's a kid, I know, but like, she wasn't even that pretty looking back. But moving forward, let's move on to the next phase of my life. The more schools I move, the more girls there are, but like, it's kind of hard to pin down each one. But I will pin down the most important ones and save the other ones for, I don't know, some future reference of some kind. Another important one was named Brenda. I don't remember too much about her, but I do remember that she was very, very sweet. And naturally, I'm drawn to that. Well, yeah, kid me is always drawn to these kind of things at like a very early age. And I sometimes think about like, I don't know where these people are, but I try not to think about that because it's just like, it's too much for me, because if I do think about it too much, then it's gonna be hard on me. I'm trying to drag this video out just to make it long, but here I am yapping about like my love life and stuff, so I guess we're gonna move on to the next topic. Okay, so we're gonna like not talk about elementary and talk about middle school, because that's where my love life actually started. I mean, kinda, but like, yeah, that's where it actually started. There were some, yeah, there were definitely some girls, obviously. Oh wait, I almost forgot about the one in my 5th grade, but like, yeah, it wasn't really impactful. Not as impactful as the middle school one, because in my in 6th grade, I actually thought someone was cute, but I thought it would be weird, so I didn't really mention it much. But looking back, I probably should have done something about that. But I even found their Instagram recently, but I don't think she likes me like that. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and yoink, turn around with that one. We're gonna call her E for your early convenience. Now E was not into me, obviously, but there were other candidates after a while, and after I got into 6th grade. No wait, no, that is 6th grade I'm currently in. Duh. After I got into 7th, things really kicked up for me. And there were many worthy candidates, but none of them was the worthiest than the one who has been gassing me up for a bright future with her. And we're gonna call her Claire for our earliest convenience. So Claire and I, we were kind of close-ish, but we were always, and yeah, she liked me back, but we were divided, but we were actually divided by the fact that she already has a boyfriend, which is a red flag. Basically, it was like a red flag, to be honest with you guys. And I don't know, it's not really much to say about there. I mean, she was clearly leading me on, looking back. And for the first time, I actually felt, I don't know, kind of loved. It's kind of half at this point. Like, it's like one-sided. But, how's she doing right now? I mean, she's still around, but like, we barely talk much, and she has kids now. She's living the best life she possibly could. Looking back, we were just, we were just children who are like, I don't know, didn't really know what love truly is. And yeah, that's kind of the whole thing, basically. Moving on, there has been other candidates before, but that's like, I don't know, it's kind of tiring because middle school is just, it's filled with too much expectations for me when it comes to romance. And yeah, I try my best to just say I don't care, because that's all I can do. I just try not to care, but I don't know, it just still bothers me. But it's not like I'm mad that I've been like led on, like someone just fills my head with dreams and yeah, who denied me my destiny and all that. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I also fell for someone else in middle school, but like she at the time she was the boyfriend of my she was boyfriend. She was the girlfriend of my best friend at the time, who is now getting married to a different girl. As I'm recording this. But yeah, back then I did have a thing, but I had to bury those because I didn't want to hurt my best friend. And now I'm coming out with it now because like, I mean, it was like a huge secret that I had to keep to myself. And now that I'm letting it out, it makes me feel so much better just to bring this up. But yeah, I had to bury those feelings. I mean, I still feel like I could get in touch with her in some way, but I don't think she'd feel the same for me per se. But it is what it is. I think to this day my best friend does not know. I mean, maybe he will because he does watch these videos, but if you are watching these videos, my best friend Riken in the whole wide world, back in middle school, I'm gonna admit it, I had a thing for the girl you dated back then. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's it for middle school. I think there was another girl as well, but that went nowhere. I also mistook her for someone else, which is kind of funny, but that shows how shallow I am. It's over with, basically. Now we can finally move on to high school, unless there's something I'm forgetting. Is there something I'm forgetting? I don't think so. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. Yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting it. There was someone who tried to be with me, but I didn't really like them back. I think that was like the only time I felt uncomfortable from getting the relationship I actually wanted. But wherever they are, it's all long gone now. Now we can finally move on to high school. Okay, now we can finally move on to high school, because high school was, man. In the beginning, I did go attend the high school the high school variant of the previous middle school I went to, and at that time I was in denial over that whole relationship thing, and I embarrassed myself in front of my friends. That's how bad it was. I embarrassed myself by claiming, "Oh, I'm still with this girl. We're still a thing," but we weren't. We were never a thing. Then why did you even? It was what it was. We never really talked about what happened in middle school. We never even bothered getting in contact after all that. I guess she decided to move on, which not really bothered by it. So it is what it is. But finally, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that stuff. We're gonna move on. Now in high school I had big expectations. I thought low key, like, even though I was locked into every class, I thought I could get into relationships, but spoiler alert, I can't. But in my other high school, the high school that I had to move to because I moved away, and I had to attend an entirely different one. It was like alien to me because none of my friends were there. I had no idea who I was. I mean, there was this one guy I recognized, but he was not my friend, like, at all. But after all that, I had, like, no one, and I had to rely on my own friend-making skills. There were some hotties throughout that day, throughout that time of my life, and I mean, I did really have a strong imagination, so I considered, like, imagining these things instead of actually going for it. Like, I'm a shy guy. I never really go for these relationships, basically. I always thought it was, like, weird how weird it was for me to just, boom, suddenly fall for someone. It's like very, 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 very slim for me. But, yeah, I just keep getting into these scenarios. So there were a few girls, and like I mean, it's small, but none were as impactful as someone who used to be my friend, someone who I'm still trying to look for to this day, but like not trying to look for them. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to just move on. But I try, even though I try to. We're gonna call her Sam. We're gonna call her Sam for our convenience. So Sam and I, we were definitely close friends. We were definitely close friends, and I thought I could only be that with her until I developed feelings for her. But there was one problem that developed way too late. She had a boyfriend, and that boyfriend was one of my other friends from high school, and I was baffled. I was baffled. Like, why did that even happen? She liked me too, but that was kind of a red flag too. At this point, I realized that this scenario happened twice. Like, this scenario legitimately happened twice. I was in denial back then. Like, back in middle school, I was in a both-sided relationship with someone who was already in a relationship. We were separated by that, and boom, we moved on. And then this is happening again. And it was at that point I was like, why did it happen twice? Why did it happen twice? But I'm gonna move on from that, because that's mutiny if I've ever seen it. This is dumb. But yeah, moving on back to that friendship that I had with her. It was great. We understood each other, but she already had someone to kind of call hers, but I was supportive. And yes, I do not want to betray my friend, because, well, the last thing I would want is to hurt two people again. That's a story for another time, in case you're wondering. But yeah, if you're wondering where she is now, well, that's what I'm trying to wonder. But it's been so long since we've talked. It's after we graduated high school. I mean, wait, there's plenty more high school stories. Don't worry. After we graduated high school, we fell out of contact. Also suddenly, like, she suddenly left, and like she suddenly like disappeared without a word. I mean, I know she just like keeps recreating Instagrams every once in a while, but whatever, it is what it is. And it was at that point I realized maybe getting a relationship with someone wasn't the true goal all along. But just to find, find your own happiness in life. And I gotta stop doing that with people. I gotta stop relying on people to bring me the happiness I needed. So I was temporarily done with romance at that time. So after high school, I just focused on trying to ignite Story Unfold, keep it up in the air, just making plans, doing my thing. And there's this one instance after high school. A girl from middle school came in contact with me, and I was like, okay. And then she called me cute, and then said we could be in a relationship, and I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, it was one-sided. It was clearly one-sided. But I thought she was cute. I thought she was pretty, but not that pretty. So that didn't last. That didn't last very long, because do you really think I'm that stupid? Like, honestly, guys, do you really think I'm that desperate? But yeah, I think she understood that too, and we kind of fell out of contact. I'm not even sure if she like remembers me. I think she might have forgotten me. Probably for the best. I mean, we literally just graduated. I was literally living with my mom. I mean, I don't have time to be in. I don't have time to be in a relationship. I need time to like live on my own, like do my own things. And even now, I'm still trying to do that. But I'm actually closely getting there. Like, I've actually been looking at some apartments, and they're actually really, really good. But I'll get into that when we get to it. Something else. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention other high school shenanigans. There have been, so little impact. Actually, yeah, only one person. Only one person I actually considered in high school. And man, those times were the most embarrassing times of my life. I will never, ever look at that the same way again. But I think we should move on from high school and move on to my adult life, like this life currently right now. So after that whole middle school girl fiasco, I got like depressed, and I got like really depressed and considered going on relationships again. So I downloaded a handy dandy app called, we're just gonna call it Dating Apps for the Lonely. So using dating apps for the lonely, basically, I don't know, I got too desperate, made an account for myself. It didn't really work out the way I wanted it. I thought I found a girlfriend at first, but those were just Instagram hotties, and that don't even use their profile anymore. And there's another person. Yeah, they were OnlyFans model. Well, not OnlyFans, but like they were some sort of thoughts, and I did not like that. So I got away from that as quickly as possible. But yeah, I think that's it for that. What I'm doing right now, I mean, just recently I realized why I've been feeling these feelings over and over again in a very unhealthy manner. And right now it's a process for me to just get back out there. Currently, well, a few months ago, I did try to pursue someone on Instagram. She's an Instagram artist just like me, but I think it's gonna go absolutely nowhere, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I didn't really want anything. I just didn't want to feel lonely, and I just wanted to test my confidence. And yeah, slowly but surely, I actually did test my confidence pretty well. So yeah, that went absolutely nowhere, but I'm still gonna be the friend she needs, because she's doing great right now. And yeah, and as for someone else, that's not going anywhere anytime soon. I did meet someone like whilst at work, a coworker of mine, and yeah, she's nice, but like, I don't know, those times are complicated. Those times are really complicated right now. Now, I mean, I'm still gonna be a good friend, obviously. I'm not gonna do anything to kind of jeopardize that, because I've learned my lesson from all these years. Because if you're trying to be more with someone who is not looking for something in you, then it's going to soil the friendship if it's not strong enough. Because if your friendship's not strong enough, it's going to soil the friendship for them. So you have to think about how that person thinks about you, rather than you thinking about them. You can't let your feelings be one-sided. You have to think about both of you at the exact same time, and not yourself. These relationships, well, they exist to give us... They exist to just give us depth in our life, and have us tell our stories, give us our own identity. People look for anything in a relationship, which is why there are so many of them. Only the happiest of few don't need relationships. But if you really feel as though you can look for that in a person your whole life, then go for it. And if you're looking for just experience, then go for it. But you both have to promise that you will not get attached in any way. You have to make sure that your story doesn't interfere in theirs, because they might be going through something right now. You may never know. And that's just a part of life. You can't get too attached. I did get emotionally attached. I am emotionally attached right now, and I don't think those feelings are gonna go away anytime soon. Like, this girl, she's really, really, really cool, and I know these emotions aren't gonna go away anytime soon, and I know she doesn't feel the same way as I do. I mean, she did admit that she would give me a chance, but we'll see for the future. But I doubt it'll actually happen. And it's not really much of a bad thing. I mean, if it's not meant to be, then it is what it is. But I won't force it. So we'll just keep it for the ride. And as for right now, how I'm feeling emotionally, I'm still emotionally open. I guess I just needed the confidence to just get myself out there and keep pursuing some things that, you know, could make me happy in some way. But like, I've discovered that I don't know why I was looking for a relationship, but I guess I do know the reason as to why I felt that way. But because when I need someone, I just need them. Like, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, like a very romantic one, like all lovey-dovey. I just need a partner. I just need a partner that I can call my friend. Basically a female acquaintance, a girl, basically, that I can just laugh with and talk about with and joke about with, and we'd be inseparable. That's what I'm looking for. Even now, I guess that's what I needed all along, just a companion, and not just, well, a girlfriend, basically. But yeah, so currently I'm still single. And will I ever get in a relationship? We don't know. The future is a very mysterious place, and I, for one, can't wait to face it head on. But focusing on a relationship is not my main goal right now, but it is a side goal, and I'd like to keep it that way. And I think that might do it for the love story right now. It's not a good love story, I know, but like, it's a very interesting concept, and I wanted to ask Instagram on what story I should tell, but I doubt they'll answer my stories. They barely even answer my stories at all, so I don't bother doing them anymore. But yeah, just standard love story. That's pretty much it. Now, if you stayed for that whole thing, what is wrong with you? And please don't judge me. Judge me in the comments if you really do feel like it. But yeah, that's the entire love story. I am testing out like a new method of storytelling, and I think I should tell more of my story, like on like any subject basically. So if there's like an extended like part to my love story, then I will do a part 2 of it. And if there's something else I want to talk about, then I will definitely talk about that with you guys, because even though I know that these videos barely get views, I'm glad that someone, like at least one person, can actually look at these and actually vibe with me about these stuff. But yeah, I'm very open to telling my stories from time to time. And don't worry, Story Unfold is not on hold. I'm still working on some stuff. It's so frustrating that I can't get them done, but eventually I'll get them done, don't worry. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. If you did, I'm so glad I could actually get this story off my chest and actually tell it to an audience rather than just tell it to my friends, because like, at least I mean, I have people to talk to about this, but I'd like to share it with, well, someone, at least one person watching these videos. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed me ranting about love for absolutely no reason. This is something new, and not sure if I did a good job, but give me some feedback if I did good on the storytelling aspect. So take care. I love you guys. Peace to all you gamers. Goodbye.